Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we have another rider, another story. Today we are honoured to have a guy in a car, and he's been a number of things along with a butcher fishmonger, something like that. Well, he's going to explain the correct definition. So nice to have you here today, Bob. So tell us, what kind of person were you when you were in school?
Thank you. I was naughty, I think is the best way to describe it.
Okay.
I probably played around too much, annoyed my teachers too much, and didn't really focus as well as I should have done.
Okay. And when did you realise that you needed to focus, and why?
Probably far too late, when I was about 25.
Do you know they say the decision-making part of the brain fully develops at the age of 25? So
I did not.
Yes. So you were meant to have fun.
Yeah.
Until the thing. Okay. So tell us a bit about yourself. What was you said you're a butcher fishmonger. Is it the same thing or?
No, so I work in a butcher's that is inside a fishmonger's. Thanks to Armageddon or COVID. The business that I work for now used to be a fishmonger's. It reinvented itself, and so where we're based, there are a lot of people who couldn't go to restaurants, couldn't see their friends. So instead of just being a fishmonger's, they became a butcher's. They started selling fruit and veg. They started selling alcohol. They started selling things like dry pasta, and really just
anything that would sell.
Yeah, changed the game.
Okay. So your skills are of a butcher and of a fishmonger then?
No, I don't do any of the fish at all. No, so I'm within there's the fishmonger side, there's the butcher side. They do sushi. There's quite a few elements to it, but I just work in the in the butcher's team.
Now you've also got a chef background.
Mm-hmm.
What skills are you having that you have from the chef that are transferable?
Working hard, working clean. More importantly.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. Working clean is the first thing. Used to working hard as well. I probably do more exercise in this than I did in the chef life. You don't really carry around whole sides of pigs in restaurants.
Okay, you put them on your shoulder.
Yeah.
So what life is harder, the butcher life or the chef life?
Chef, without a doubt. Wholeheartedly. It's longer hours. It's a lot more antisocial, especially in London. A lot of kitchens are in basements. So when it gets to the summer, not only is there a hot room anyway, but then all the heat as well. There's no real ventilation.
Do you think you will be going back to chefing?
I am gonna play a waiting game, I think, with the new variations that are coming up across the world. Even though we've got the vaccine, which is fantastic, apparently the variation in India is double-headed, so there's a chance that the vaccination program that the world has worked so hard on may not be able to cope with it because it's completely mutated. So there could be a chance of more rolling lockdowns. So for me personally, where I am, I work for a great organisation with a great team. I'm very lucky to be part of that. And I can learn every day. So no, I think I'll stay where I am for the time being, and wait and see what happens.
What kind of skills makes a good butcher?
Hard work, determination. You've got to be people friendly, so you're constantly interacting with your customers. You've got to be able to communicate confidently. So a lot of customers ask us what's good, why it's good, how do you cook certain things. So you've got to be able to retain knowledge and then also share it efficiently and effectively.
So you're constantly learning. But animals are the same. So
animals are the same, but there's different ways. So butchery in the UK is vastly different to butchery in Europe. In the UK, with an animal like a pig or pork, there are maybe 15 or 20 main cuts that you get. In Europe, they seam by individual muscles rather than by muscle groups. So there's a lot more to it than what you would find in the UK. There is a lot more cuts, a lot more different and interesting things that can happen. Whereas within the UK, it's done by grouping muscles together in a way. So you would get a whole shoulder or a boneless rolled shoulder in the UK. In Europe, that can be broken down into all of the individual muscles, and they would sell it as the individual muscles. So you're constantly learning different ways of doing it, different interpretations, getting better all the time as well.
That sounds very technical.
Somewhat so, yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, have you, what would you say you've learned as a butcher that you wish you knew when you started?
I wish I knew when I started. How to be better with a handsaw.
I always said the butcher's a dangerous man. That sounds very dangerous.
No, it's more about being able to cut cleanly and effectively and maximize profits on your investment. So each individual animal that we buy in, we need to make a profit on it. And the more we muck up what we're doing, the less amount of money we'll receive for it, and also the worse experience a customer will have from the products they buy from us. So it's just learning how to have a steady hand, a steady eye, how to know exactly what you're doing.
So argumentatively, a butcher could make a good surgeon because you have to cut around the organs to get whatever you want.
I don't know, my girlfriend's a doctor who does obs and gynae. And she's a lot better at cutting than me. I don't think we could swap jobs at all.
Okay, all right, we'll move it on. So what does the future hold for you? I know you spoke about hedging your bets.
Yeah.
Wise decision.
I'm not too sure, if I'm honest. Right now, I'm just looking forward to getting out and seeing friends again and socializing within my own circle and people who I haven't seen in half a year since October. Seeing my family again. That's what I'm focusing on. Going back to more of a social side and actually being able to hug people and smile, for me personally.
Are you going to be going on holiday?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're a rule abider. You won't be sneaking across like a silent seeker. Reverse.
Just over on a jet ski between here and Ireland.
Yeah.
No, I went. I think for me personally, the UK has some beautiful scenery, some beautiful places we can go. About 4 years ago, did a road trip around the very northern part of the Highlands in Scotland, and that was stunning. There's so many places here that are beautiful that I haven't experienced. There's so many towns I haven't been to. So the West Country, for instance, I've never really spent much time in. I've not really spent much time in the north either. So I'd rather do it here, and also I'd rather spend the time I've had, like I said before, catching up with friends rather than going to the beach. Plus, I've got very Gaelic skin, so anything above about 20 degrees I burn.
Okay, that's interesting. But apart from that, what's the last question is, what's the impact you want to have in the world?
That's a good question.
There's a silence.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I want to bring joy, bring happiness. That would be the impact I would like to have. That the interactions I have with people are more positive than negative.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for that.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated. And we wish you well on your butcher endeavours.
Thank
We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.